Good morning, grade 5. Today, inshallah, we will be reviewing the math. This is the final revision for your math. We are going, inshallah, to take revision on lesson classifying triangles and lesson polygons, page R64, lesson measuring and classifying angles, R62, and lesson geometric ideas, R61. Okay, so let's start first here. It asks you to use the diagram at the right in order to answer the following. So it asks you to name 4 points. We have a lot of points here, as you can see: B, G, X, C, D, T, A. Any point you can wish to write, just name them. I have already posted an answer here for you. Okay, A, T, and X. It asks you number 2 for 3 lines, and you know that the line has 2 arrows, one at the end and one at the beginning. So you have KF is a line, HX is a line, and TB is a line. Of course, AW is not line and CD is not line. Okay, so the answer is KF, TB, and XH. Now it asks for 2 rays. You remember the ray, how it looks like? It has one arrow only, one arrow on one side, and the other side is just a point. There's no arrow in the other side, so we only have here CD and AW. CD and AW. Okay. It asks you for 2 line segments. Line segment is a part of a line. Line segment is a part of a line. So we have here part on a line. We have GA, right? And we have HZ. HZ is a part on a line segment. And GA as well is a line segment, is a part of a line. Now it asks you to identify the parallel, perpendicular, and intersecting lines. Line CD and AB, CD and AB. Remember when I told you it looks like an X, like letter X? Those we call them intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. Line GK and EF, completely making a right angle, so we call them perpendicular to each other. Now line CD and line GK, they are enemies. They don't meet. Number 3, line CD and line GK. They are enemies. They don't meet. They are parallel to each other. Line EF and line CD, EF and CD, they as well make a right angle, 90 degree. So they are over each other. They are perpendicular. They are perpendicular. Let's go now for the second question or third question. Count the sides and write the names of the polygons. So we will be counting the sides. How many sides do we have in the first one? Like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they are 5 sides, right? They are 5 sides. It has 5 sides, and we will use from the word bank here the word for the polygon that has 5 sides, 5-sided polygon. Which one is correct? Quadrilateral, hexagon, pentagon, triangle, octagon? Of course it's pentagon. Why? Because the 5-sided polygon, sides are 5, and the name is pentagon. The 5-sided polygon has a name of pentagon. Penta means 5. Now let's go for the second question. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are 4-sided. It's 4-sided, so we will write 4 sides, and the name will be quadrilateral. Why quadrilateral? Because quadri means 4. Quadri means 4. Now let's go for the second question or the third question and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. there's 8 sides, and what name do we call the 8-sided polygon? Of course, it's octagon. Octagon is the 8-sided polygon. Now let's count here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are 6-sided polygon. And which word is correct? Is it hexagon or triangle? Of course, it's hexagon. Hexagon. Okay? Because hexa means 6. Hexa means 6. Now let's count the sides here. 1, 2, 3. They are 3 sides. And the word tri means 3, so it's triangle. Triangle. Now the last question, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are 4 sides. Oh, and this one was also 4 sides, so the answer must be quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Why? It can take this shape or take the other shape. Both are correct. Both are correct. You can changing the shapes of the polygons. Okay, but there's regular polygons and non-regular polygons. Just now, for now, I just want you to remember the names: quadrilateral, hexagon, pentagon, triangle, and octagon, and how much sides do they have. For the next question, it asks you to draw the angle for the following measure. We will use the protractor in order to draw. So if I want to draw an 80-degree angle, I will take here, start from the vertex, okay, and start here from the vertex, the center, okay, this way, and then count from the 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So I will take this one and go to 80, and okay, so now it's 80 degree angle. 80-degree angle. Sorry. Okay, it's 80-degree angle. You can do it with your protractor. Okay, I'll take copy and paste it here. Okay, and start doing the 130 angle. So I may go for the other way. It's okay, pointing towards the 0, pointing towards the 0 from the other way. You have to put it exactly on the vertex, not here but here. It's harder to draw it this way. I may open here for you to draw it. So we'll start from the vertex, the midpoint of the protractor, and then draw a line, draw a straight line, and then go upwards, count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 until we reach 130, and then draw a line as well with the ruler, and then draw the arrow. Okay, so this is how you draw 130 and 80 degrees. Let's now go for the next question. It asks you to measure using the protractor and state acute, obtuse, or right angle. So here, this is the first question. It asks you to measure this angle. I will put the protractor exactly in the middle on the vertex, and it measures from the 0 until to 120. So the angle is 120. 120. Okay, I'll take the same protractor and state 120 is obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. Don't forget to state whether what type of the angle is it. Okay, now we will use the same protractor to measure the second angle. Of course, it's what, 90% angle, so we can write here 90 and write that it's right angle. Okay, let's go for the next question. Classify each triangle by its sides and then by its angles. This question, by the way, is important. It's in your math workbook as well. We answered it in the class work. So a triangle that has different angles. It has two angles are the same, and it has two sides are the same, but the third is different. So let's now go first by sides. Let's classify by sides. When we classify by sides, we have two sides are the same, having the same length, but the third side is 14 centimeter. Again, two sides are 8 and 8, so they are of the same length, but the third side is 14 centimeter, so it's different. What do we name this triangle? Isosceles triangle. Look in your page R65 in your math workbook, you will find it there. So it's isosceles triangle. Now let's classify according to the angles. If we classified according to the angles, it will be two angles here are acute and one is obtuse. So if we have one obtuse, we will name this triangle obtuse triangle. Obtuse triangle. It's big. It's bigger than the acute, so we will name the triangle by obtuse triangle. Let's go for the second triangle. The sides are all equal. What do we call this? And the triangle, if all the sides having the same length, we call it equilateral triangle. It's very important for you to remember those names. Please remember and study them. Equilateral triangle. Okay. Now as well, all the angles are having the same angles, and they are less than 90, and they are acute angles because they are less than 90. So we call this triangle acute triangle. 60 is acute because it's less than 90 degree. Okay. Let's go for the third triangle here. All the sides, according to the sides, all the sides are different. No sides having the same length. What do we call this triangle? We call it scalene triangle, and it has one right angle here. Can you see it? 90 degree. One right angle, 90 degree. This is 90 degree. I want you to see that this is 90. This one is 90 degree right angle. 90 degree right angle. So if we have here 90 degree, what do we call this triangle? We call it right triangle. Right triangle. The last question we have, it asks you for finding the measure of the third angle. I have put this question for you on ShareEdu in the electronic homework, and most of you did it correct, but some of you couldn't understand how we do it. So I will explain now, although I explained in the video, but I'm going to explain now here. If we have 80, one here is 80, okay? And the other angle here is 45. So how can I get the third angle? If I know that all angles, the sum of all angles in one triangle is 180. I mean all of them. 80 plus 45 plus question mark equals 180. 80 plus 45 plus question mark, the angle that I don't know, equals 180. So if I want the question mark, what will I do? I will say I will take this and put it on the other side. Those two, I will put them on the other side. But if they go to the other side, they have to go with a negative sign. They have to go with a negative sign. Again, I will take them and drag them to the other side with a negative sign. Negative minus 80 plus 45. Minus 80 plus 45. Okay, so 180 minus 80 plus 45 equals, this is a way for you. If you got it this way, okay. If you understand it this way, fine. It will be equal to the question mark equals 55. Okay, so if you understand it this way, we have just dragged it to the other side with a negative sign. If you understand it this way, okay. If you do not understand it this way, let's try another way. I told you now that all the angles in this triangle equal 180. If I know the adding of 80 plus 45 together, can I know the left? Can I know the left? Again, if I know that sum of the two angles 80 plus 45 equals 125, and I know that all of the angles in this triangle is 180, so what I will do, 180 minus 125. Here is it. The sum of two angles 80 plus 45 equal 125. Okay, so what is the third angle? The third angle will be 180 minus 125. All of them minus those two only. Okay, it will be what? 55. Again, the sum of two angles 80 plus 45 equals 125. We added them. Now we want the third. How will I know the third? If I know that the sum of all angles is 180, I will minus 180 from 125, from what I have, in order to get what I don't know, equals 55. Let's go for the other example here. Find the measure of the third angle. Where's the third angle? This one that has question mark on it. Do I know the two other measures of the two other angles? Yes. You will tell me, I don't know this, miss. What's this? I only have 125. No, we have two, 25 and 90. This right angle is 90. You have to know that this shape means right angle, and any right angle means 90. Any right angle in the world means 90 degrees. So 90 plus 25 equals what? Count it. 90 plus 25 equals 115. Now we know two of the angles in the triangle. How will I get the third? If I know that the sum of all angles in the same triangles are 180, the third will be 180 minus 115. So it will be 65. It will be 65. Let's go for the third example. Find the measure of the third angle. If I have two angles, I know them, 55 plus 60. I add them together directly. I add them together. 55 plus 60 equals what? 55 plus 60 equals 115. 115. So what's left? 180 minus 115 equals 65. So here the question mark, this one will be 65. The third angle, the unknown angle, equals 65. So this is our revision for today. I hope inshallah it's beneficial for you and it had helped you helped you remember what we have took during the semester, inshallah. I wish you good luck, inshallah, in your exams, and see you next time in the science revision. Thank you very much.